let's see here. The frick did my mouse go? There we go. Okay. Let's get that launched. Let's go. To the game screen. Oh, it's hiding from us. There we go.
I dream of it, amongst the wild threads of history and the myriad of paths.
Oh, it looked like it fell.
My path saw the Imperium rise from the ashes left.
That was weird. I don't know what could have been, though. Oh, I need to... because it's going to color the screen if I don't turn that off. It's great for saving your eyes when you're programming, but it's a little ugly on games. Probably be a good bit shorter than usual for a Tuesday stream. I have to be up. Well, I don't have to be up early tomorrow, but there's a high probability of me being awoken much earlier than usual tomorrow morning. So, and the unfortunate reality is that's probably going to be my life now. So, may have to adjust my regular schedule. Are you liking the game so far? Just finished Footsteps of the Fremen. It's a massive trek. Trying to remember which one's the Footsteps. I think that's one of the earlier trials. So, there's definitely a big jump when you make the resource tier. Oh, I didn't realize I was like, the ass end of this thing was hanging out. It didn't take damage, did it, for that? No, it's fine. So there's definitely a big sort of difficulty. I won't say difficulty jump necessarily, but there's definitely a big jump in overall, like, scarcity and like just how the game plays when you make the switch up to aluminum. Not because aluminum's harder to get, or at least it hasn't been so far. Honestly, because of what you need to make it into duraluminum, that's probably a more of a scarcity issue. But aluminum requires you to have a higher tier tool that itself requires aluminum, meaning you have to get your hands on it before you can mine it. And the enemies up here in the areas where you can start to get it are a lot tougher. So you end up with kind of a bit of a jump And it also makes a significant jump once you get kind of, I would say, we're past this point. Like once you leave the Vermilius Gap areas, because you have to either get better at the melee or figure out a good way to counter it, because you end up with more groups of shielded melee enemies that will mess you up if they manage to pin you down. Okay, so I need heavy armor. Yeah, I almost exclusively use my still suit. Because it's like to me, the armor bonus you get from, let's see, how much do I have? Yeah, I have a lot. The armor bonus that you can get from wearing armor doesn't outweigh the benefit of having the water in the reclaimed water in your still suit. Okay, so I need to get more of those, but I'm gonna go get some more water first. Overall, I'm doing okay on water, but I don't have any in my pack, and I don't want to pull from my cisterns right now, so I'm gonna fly over to the little water field since it's dark and get some there. That thing is so loud in my ears. Come on, give me audio. That's better. Yeah, the benefit of the reclaimed water. I early on, I found myself putting armor on. You know, even once I had the still suit, but that benefit of the still suit is just hard to beat. And you can get some decently defensive still suit stuff as you go. Like, they do get better in terms of defense. I also generally don't take part in melee fights. I have what is effectively a shotgun, and I just it's one of the drill shotguns, and I just shotgun them in the face and jump backwards and float away from them, and that tends to handle most of them. You know, it might take a few extra shots if they're tougher. The big sort of heavy weapons guys are usually the most problematic, because the drill shot doesn't really work if they drop their shields, and those guys are much more prone to doing that, since they have to do it to fire. But I also try to like get up high with a sniper rifle and pick everybody off before I go moving in, which also helps the situation, since most of your melee guys won't have their shield on from the beginning. Now, Mr. Worm, surely you're not interested in me. Okay, he's going that way. Something to steal. First shotgun sucked. Well, absolutely, yeah. Steel suit when you're farming, because, I mean, you're going to spend potentially a lot of time in the sun, and that helps with the hydration loss and the heat production. This is the one I've been using. This is a unique, I don't remember where I got it from, but it's the House Burst drill shot. It's probably by no means like the best one, even at that tier. I don't remember what tier that's at. Off the top of my head, I'd have to go look in the recipe list, but it's pretty effective. Most of the melee enemies, it tends to either one or two shot. It fires 2 rounds at a time, and it tends to kill them, especially if they don't do any nonsense like dodge out of it. I haven't really played with the SMGs. Okay, so we got water. What I really need are the crystals from down south. But since I can't put the assault away and I don't want to get it caught in a sandstorm, I'm going to have to do that in my other thopter. Could you not crash into the ceiling, please? You got the unique SMG. There's actually a bunch of unique SMGs, though. Unique SMG. Like, so... Because this is a disruptor, which I think is technically an SMG. And I'm pretty sure there's more than one, because, like, that, I think, is technically probably an SMG. Here's a disruptor as well. Yeah, this is a disruptor. This is a disruptor. The one before that, you think it was this one? Subskisser? Yeah, so if you just got into steel, probably looking at this one. I don't think there's another one in here. Unless this is a disruptor. I don't have this. So. Now, what I'm using is this guy. So this guy is an aluminum tier gun. I don't remember where I got it from. So if I have to make another one, I'm kind of screwed at the moment. I'm contemplating this guy because it's technically a sniper rifle, but it's a triple shot and it doesn't look like it has a scope. So I'm wondering how good it is, but it requires duraluminum and I don't have a lot of that yet. So I'm not super confident in crafting it. Then I got this. We won the Landsrad, not this week, but last week. And so I bought this schematic, but I don't have plastanium yet. This sniper rifle looks like it'll be really good. It does, where is it? It does 346 damage per shot. So, and my current one does 149. Which this one's an aluminum tier, I'm pretty sure. So, there's a big jump in those sort of end game weapons because they're for they're almost exclusively for PvP. You don't really need them. I can 1 or 2 shot most non-shielded enemies with the one I have now. But some of that's the stats that I've got, like, because I've got a bunch of the skills at this point, and I've focused a lot on the ones that boost rifle damage or long range damage. I do need to respec. I had to respec to complete a quest, and so it caused me to kind of redistribute, and then you have to wait like 48 hours to respec again. So, but I've got some kind of perks that I'm missing from my original build that I was running, that I was preferring to this. All right, I'm gonna put the scythe away. About to have an ad in about 10 seconds, which is also kind of why I'm killing time, because I can't skip it at the moment, or we'll end up with pre-rolls. But I will pause during the ad break. And thank you for the follow. We're about to get the ad break here in like... Actually, we should be on it right now. Oh, my ad break thingy didn't queue up. Why? Why did ad break thingy not queue up? That's weird. Oh, I know why. Go ahead and turn that on. For whatever reason. Usually gives a warning, but there was none. I don't know why it wouldn't have warned you necessarily. I know you probably can't hear me if you're in the middle of an ad. Got about a minute left. Where's the thingy for... a WebSocket? Why did the WebSocket thingy... There it is. There's no ad. There won't always be. You may have lucked out and not been selected for an ad. I don't 100% know how the ads work. Ad is about to end though. Okay, ad break ended. So I'm supposed to have an automated thing that, but for whatever reason, the WebSocket in OBS did not start, which is strange. Or maybe it started, but the other didn't connect. Let's see. I wonder... Let me check something. I wonder if that's the reason. I wonder if the IP on that changed. Oh, it doesn't like me using a host name? That's dumb. Because that would solve this problem in a heartbeat. The IP should have been static, though. Yeah, it changed. You're supposed to have a static IP. Why? Alright, well that's a problem for me to solve later. Okay. Alright, I'll have to fix that later, but that'll actually work going forward, so that's good. Okay, so... I need to get in my other thopter. Got fuel, cool. And I'm gonna take a sort of a shortcut because I need to come all the way down here and I don't want to fly through all this mess. So I'm gonna go out into the world map and then come back around from the south. Oh, I'm also going to turn on the radio stations since we're just going to be farming and not doing any story stuff. It's also, like, I started playing on a different server, but it's nice playing on, like, originally when I started, but it's nice, we're playing on our own, like, private server that I got set up, and so it's nice that we're not, like, not really competing with resources, because there's only, like, a handful of us, at least in here. Like, if we go out into the deep desert, it's a different story. But I don't have to worry about getting griefed, like, in the starting areas or anything. Alright, we got that. Are there any hostiles down here? Sometimes they're around these crashed ships, and they are a little tough sometimes. Go ahead and load some of that up. And then... move a little closer. Get up there. And then deposit that. Is there another one right there? No. There's some right here, though. Could you crack, please? There you go. Ah, there's the bad guys. I figured they were around here somewhere. There's some around that one. What about over here? No, this one's clear. Probably get this, and then I'll leave the radiation zone and let the radiation buildup fall off. I'm just kind of hoping that we don't have a sandstorm approach from the south. Because I have all this stuff in here. And I don't want to lose it. But I can't put it away with a full inventory. So if a sandstorm approaches, I may have to flee for a border wall. I don't think that one's not in the radiation zone, so I don't think it's going to have any. Oh, there must be buried treasure there. Oh, I'm not keen on taunting the worm, so he can keep his secrets. Actually don't even think I can store that much more. Not really. So we'll probably hit the ones on this island and be done. There's actually a bunch down in those little caves, but I can't carry it, so I'm not going to worry about it. I wouldn't get enough out of it before I have to come back out again to make it worth the bother. This should fill this guy up. Yeah. And I'm mostly full, so probably whatever's left on the surface here. Got a little room. And this should still prove to be more than enough because the last time I brought a load of this back, I didn't have enough water to use it all in one go, so I'll probably have plenty for what I have the capacity to actually process right now. There's one. Get over the rock. Yeah, alright, we're full. Bonk. This should be about, I think this one's the one that's about in line with my base. Good thing these wings don't obey the laws of physics. Okay, let's just... nope, that one's got a bunch of those in it. This way. Okay, almost got 1,500 of it. So the water's still going to be the prohibiting factor, pretty much, yeah. That uses about half the aluminum, which I don't really want to go that hard on it. I'll do that. Oh, we can make more filters because I'm pretty sure my wind traps are not running right now. We can try to make filters. I actually don't think I have any plant matter right now. Okay, this guy's running because he's got 2 standard filters. This guy's got 2 standard filters. This guy's got nada. So they're still good for about a day. Do I have any plant matter? Sure. Now, what I don't know how to get that I need... not that guy. You. Thermoelectric coolers. I don't know where those come from. Might be able to buy them, but I expect they'll be expensive. Okay, we're gonna set that up for max runtime, and then just, oops, as long as she'll go. Oh. 3 and 3. That was... I didn't do the math on that one. Okay, can I take 2 of these then? Set this guy up to run. So at least we're getting the extra water generation. How are you guys doing? Still got 18 days on you guys. I can top you up, I suppose. I'll have to make some more soon then. Let's go over to the... The other thing I want to farm is going to be aluminum and the basalt. Because I want to make an extension on here with the plastone. And the aluminum will be needed to keep making duraluminum. But I want to go see if I can buy those thermoconductors. Because if I can, then I'm at a point I can make a Mark 6 cut array, which means I can finally start to mine titanium if I can find any in the deep desert. And that would start to get me into that next tier. I at least, like, I'm not planning to, like, go hard into the plasteel, but, or plastanium, but I would like to be able to, at the very least, make some of the gear. Alright. Do you
Still alive,
sell
are
what I
you?
need? Don't you patronize me. I wonder if that's any good. It's steel, so it'd be less good than what I have. I just had not paid any attention before. And he doesn't have anything I don't own yet, right? Okay, cool. Okay. He doesn't sell it. But he wouldn't be the right tier, probably, to consider it a requirement, meaning I probably need to go to this one. I'm not about to drive to that, so... We'll take the beat up one. Oh, hello. Well, that wasn't there before. This has got to be Lemon. Lemon, you madman. What are you doing? Are you online? No. What? What purpose is this serving? Crazy person. Absolute madman. I don't know why he would build right next. I mean, I guess it could be one of the others, but I would think that Lemon and I are the only ones that have made it up to that tier of construction. in terms of like using plastone. Oh, sandstorm on the way. From where? Okay, so that's like coming right at us.
Welcome back. What'll it be?
These. Holy crap. Oh. In the deep desert on the shield. So, okay. Well, I can't outfly that thing, so I guess I'll wait in here until it passes. Who are you? Have I talked to you? Yeah, probably.
Hello! What business do you... I know a mere pittance of spice melange goes a long way to...
Okay. Well, I have spice, but not on me. So that's good to know.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Yeah, you want a brand new cutter ray, which is a Mark 6 one, which is currently what I'm trying to make, which is nonsense. Okay. I'll just wait for that thing to pass. And then I guess we'll go to the deep desert and I'll try to find some of those, because I was gonna wait to go to the deep desert until I could mine titanium, but it looks like without having an ass load of Solaris to buy those things, and I need 7 of them, so without having like 35k burning a hole in my pocket, I'm gonna have to
Sector weather alert. A large
collect them
sandstorm is
manually.
approaching.
I do like the detail of like the NPCs running inside when the sandstorm comes, and that they shut all the doors. Okay, it's about to pass. I mean, I have a quest that takes me into the deep desert anyway, so I just wasn't planning on doing that right now. Let me out. Did you place the damn thing? There we go. On my way, I'm going to make a stop by my little favorite reliable loot spot and pick up some stuff at the top of this tower. Brutalite, if you're still in chat, once you get up to this part of the map where you have this giant tower, you should make a point anytime you're near it to come up to the very top, because there is a body down in the little nook here. Oh dear. There we go. And this respawns. I'm not exactly sure how frequently, maybe every 45 minutes to an hour. There's a body down here, and it will always have carbide scraps and diamondine dust and some money and ore. And this stuff's otherwise, you know, a little harder to get, especially early on. You can get spice-infused aluminum dust, and then you'll usually get one of a handful of schematics. I'm not really worried about the rest of this, because it's just... Wait, I'll take the ore, since I was after some. But it's a good little spot. I always try to make a stop there if I'm in the area. Okay. Well, let's go see how our luck treats us in the deep desert then, I suppose. Middle, I guess. Oh, wow, those are really delayed achievements. Okay, so somebody's built up there. Oh, hello. Spawn on top of me. what's down here? Oh, we have an ad break. Well, I'll try to treat this as a moment to repair my stuff. We'll see what happens here. Alright, Mr. Thopter. Can I help you with something? I assume you're checking to see if I can see your message. Alright. So... testing station, shipwreck, control point. I guess there's not actually anything over here. Oh. Oh. Don't care about that. Are these guys just gonna have this conversation and I'm just gonna be a part of it? I don't like him hovering over me. I know I'm not in a PvP zone, but... trying to figure out how to whisper, but he's using... Oh. Guess I located one of them. I don't have to do anything with that, I just have to find it. There's a testing station here? Where's the testing station? Alright, this could... I was just planning to farm today, so this could either go well or very poorly. Because I did not bring a respawn beacon. And if I die in there... it's gonna be problematic. Alright, Mr. Thopter didn't follow me. I'm just gonna. I don't want to draw I don't want to draw attention to myself. If they just want to hash this out in the area chat, that's on them. Taxi service. Interesting. This one's laid out kind of similar to another one I was in recently. Extremely similar, actually. I mean, they probably just reused some of the layouts. It's got the same little poison trap. This is like identical to that one. That's interesting. All right. Hey, there we go. Shit. Get out of the poison. Get out of the poison, you turd. Did I bring my thingy? I did. I guess this establishes who our server neighbors are. Now, the question is it identical to the point that this is where the NPCs are? The enemies? Because there were a pair of hostiles in this room. Oh, yeah. Catch myself with my own poison. Oh, jeez. All right. Oh, fuck me. That's not good. You guys are a lot tougher than I expected you to be. Alright, so I definitely won't be hanging out in here. Alright, you guys are tedious. Not a fan. You don't drop anything particularly good. Okay, well, that actually gets me all but 2 of those. And if it's the same layout, there's going to be loot over in this corner, so that might be the rest of them. Oh, are you going to leave me one shy? Oh, you're such a piece of shit. I'll take that just because I can scrap it. Yeah, because I remember, since this seems to be the same layout, that there are assholes in, like, the next room. Yeah. There's, like, a bunch of them. So, rather than pick that particular bone, I'm gonna drop those. That. Rather than pick that particular bone, I'm going to leave this area because it didn't require me to actually complete it. I didn't mean to equip that thing. I wanted to equip the vehicle. Okay. I'm curious what this taxi services. Okay, well, I know that that's going to be PvP. But I don't have to stick around, so I can just, like, fly over it, probably? Yeah. Gonna change zones. Yep, nope, get me out of here. Is this a way to go back to the main area?
Can I fly you somewhere today?
Ah.
Music to my ears.
I guess if you're in a bad strait, you can get out of here that way. Yeah, because I guess if you lost your Thopter, you'd be kind of screwed. Guess I'll go out into that little open area there and see what's out there. That looks new. Is that this titanium that I don't have a thing for? Yep. Yep. Cool. But now I know what it looks like. this week where I can at least find some of it. I don't see much. It just looks like it's the one node. There's a very talkative group out here. I don't really even know where to begin with a control point. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'm inside it. Alright, cool. Interesting. I feel like what I'm looking for has to be up here around the shield wall. Because, like, it's, I guess, in the mind of the story, it's your first time coming out of the deep desert, so if it's introducing you to it, it presumably would do so gracefully. But the map layouts also are not always the same, so alright. Maybe I can get those resources in one of these caves. The last of that thing that I need. Since I can actually see where this one is. Hello, explosives. Oh, I'm sure there's a bomb up here. I just don't see it. Yeah, that's what I needed right there. I'll take it. There's a part of me that wants to ask this group of chatters about that, a location of a control point. And that if I specify it's my first time in the deep desert and I need it for the quest, maybe they'll tell me where it is. But also, I could get jebaited. First time in the deep desert. I mean, technically, yes. I did enter it when I first got my Thopter. Looked around for a minute, and then left. Let's see. Let's see. Are they only in PvP areas? Alright. Let's see how this goes here. See what happens. Yeah, it's kind of what I figured. Alright, so that means probably have to go further out. How am I doing on fuel? Not super great. I guess I could fly up real high and coast out and see how far I get. They immediately go back to a totally different conversation. That is a sandstorm. It seems to be going perpendicular to me. Right? I mean, it's getting closer, but like at an angle. Oh, it's way out there. There's a worm out there in the sand. They said they're all over, though. But I'm not finding one over here. I don't know if there's one in every zone or how exactly they work. I'm gonna fly out towards those rock structures. They look at least like there might be something interesting over there. These guys seem... One, it doesn't seem like there's very many of them, unless there just are very few people talking out of the total population. And two, they don't seem overly hostile, so I think as long as I'm not messing with their spice, they will probably leave me alone, even if I enter a PvP area. If I don't fire the first shot. there's some kind of buried something there. I know that there's a quest for unburying treasure, but as soon as I fly low in the Thopter, I'm going to start pissing off a worm. C6, so I'm going pretty far up at this point. I wonder if there's any visual cues for identifying a control point. Like at a distance. And go. Looks like a big band of quicksand, maybe. About to have an ad break, but I'm flying, so I can't exactly stop. That was weird. Like it tried to do a zone change on me, or maybe it was just because my connection hiccuped. I mean, that's a ship, so that's gonna be a PvP zone. I suppose it could also be a control point? I'll fly close enough to mark it and then turn away. Oh, what is that? That looks important. Well, if the ship isn't a control point, that sure looks to be one. Okay, I located it. Game. Really? You gonna make me get out and go up to this thing? Alright. Well, I don't like that. I'm getting out of here. I want back in the PvE area, please. Interesting. I'm gonna land over here and then read up on what to do, I guess. So definitely, I mean, that is one, and I approached it. Alright, well, I found the control point. So... Is it bugged? Then we got credit. So is it bugged? I need to survey probe it. Ah, jeez. That's annoying. I mean, I guess I have it on the map, but like... I don't... There's not granite on here, is there? Do I have... If there's granite and scrap metal, maybe I can... manufacture enough of a base to... Well... Okay, let me put you away. There's some granite. There's power. There's power cells to power a base. And scrap metal. Is there at least enough granite to, like, get me started? Because I really don't want to travel all the way back and then all the way back here again just to build a survey probe, if that's the answer. I would rather just do it in one go. I guess I could get granite somewhere else nearby if I really had to. You're gonna have aluminum here on this little island, but you're not gonna have granite? I just get to pick up little rocks. It's worth noting I don't have the survey probe gun on me either. So that means I have to... I mean, at least there's copper, because I think you need copper for that. okay. Aw. Rip. I'm just going to build a basic one. And then I'm going to make this thing as bare bones as possible for now. I need more salvage metal, which is fine. There's a bunch, so that's good. That and power I shouldn't have any real issues with. The granite, on the other hand, seems to be more of a problem. What do you mean backpack full? I'll drop that, that's fine. Alright, that gets us power. I'm not water sealed, so I can't do anything with that. At least I know that there's some titanium, like, right here. That's aluminum. My guy, could you stop with the heat stroke? Okay, let's get a chest made so we can stop trying to carry everything in our underpants. Put that there. Really? There's just going to be no granite? Like, not even a single... not even a single thing of granite? I just need a big rock. We can't give me a big rock? Give me one, I'll farm it. Me want big rock. I just get to go around picking up stones. There's a couple over here, so... There's basalt, but it's not useful because I can't process it out here. Sure as hell don't have the resources out here in the boonies to do anything with it. Rock. Give me the rock. I want the rock. Okay. Yep. All right. No, no big rock. Alright, I do need this. This is what I need to at least get started with things. But I think I'm going to need a refinery? Because I think in order to make... Yeah, you need copper ingots. Alright, game. I need granite. You mean to tell me that way out here, granite is just... Oop, 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 oop. Alright, we got granite on the big rock up here. Alright, now settle down. Now, hopefully, the amount of yield... Yeah, okay, cool. My efficiency's good, so... that'll help with that situation. That's right. Continue on about your business. Leave me alone. You may not be able to PvP me out here, but I don't need you griefing me either. Okay. There should be enough granite to at least get me water sealed. I'm not even going to try to do anything super elaborate out here. I don't want to try to maintain it anytime soon. Okay. That gets that out of my inventory. How much power's on this circuit? We're using about a quarter of it. Alright, we need copper. And also, I'm going to... I think I'm just going to set this to... I'm going to leave this as owner. But I'm going to set... Not public, guild. Guild. Okay. I'm going to... let these guys access it. It should work, because the next one's public. So them all being associates, even if they're not in the guild, they should be able to get in here. I can make a probe. And now I need copper. Those components are relatively easy to come by, so I can leave those here. That's fine. I'm gonna at least start gathering what titanium I find on the ground. Because that'll respawn. Or, oh, okay. Stravidium mass. I guess that's used for something important? Maybe that's what's used to make the titanium? That's different. That looks like titanium. Okay, so there's stravidium and titanium on this particular little rock. I think that's gonna fall. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, cool. Real glad the laws of physics don't apply. Oh, okay. Well, that makes at least a semblance of sense. Here's the copper I needed. Did you settle down? Oh, there was a bit right there I didn't see. Really? Seems like there's some real class acts on this server. Or in this deep desert, this collection of servers, as it were. I'm just gonna hoard these resources, I guess. Because if we are able to collectively work out of this base, those of us that are in the deep desert at this point, we might be able to get a little further. Especially since it kind of seems like there's a guild out here already. don't want anybody sneaking in these just because they're open by proximity. Damn it. Okay, we'll just keep it closed for vehicles. That'll be fine. I'm gonna make 2 of these in case I cock it up. Now, if I understand what I read correctly, I should be able to survey it from here and it should count. But it would be an elevation issue potentially. 32. Okay, well that's not bad. Oh my god. Sometimes the climbing physics are an absolute nightmare. Are you shitting me right now? If this doesn't count, it's going to be more problematic. Okay, cool. That count. Well, it didn't count for the quest, but it did survey the area. So that quest could just be bugged then, which is hateful. Okay, the respawn on these is much slower, it would appear. I do have the 7 of those things that I need, though, so that's good. A recycler would be good. Okay. We can get this, these power cells. Oh yeah, that stuff's much slower to respawn. So farming a single source of it is not super viable. Okay, so is there any consensus about this? Okay, but it's bugged. Okay, so it's probably just bugged. Seems to be the general consensus. I'm gonna at least take that stuff with me. Ultimately, I have what I came for. I guess I could try to... Where is that? I could try to fly by and capture it one more time. Or not capture it, but like trigger the quest. And if that doesn't work, I guess I'd head back, because I don't have the fuel to really mess with that. Because it's not... Is it because it's not capturable? I'll just head back, I guess, at this point. I don't have the extra fuel to hang out here forever. I can look out for another one, I guess. And see if it's just really specific. Can I at least find any more resource nodes that I could pick loose drops off of? Because that would be good. Go back with at least a little more of this stuff. Oh, what are you? Aluminum. You are a pit full of aluminum. Now, those resource nodes are hard to come by. Here's one. Kind of off by itself. Controlled. Alright, you don't seem to count. Cool. Yeah, I guess it's just bugged. Because... between my own experience and then, like... Alright, so that's the last of my fuel. And then, like, what I'm reading online. There we go. There's something. I can get a little bit of titanium. That's copper. I suppose it could want me to go way further out for the control point. Like, it doesn't... Since they've made a bunch of changes, the deep desert, it could be it doesn't expect there to be control points out here, and that for some reason they don't count. from a design standpoint, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, that would imply that they knew it was possible for there to be control points in the PvE zones and they didn't want them there. But they become PvP zones on their own, so just when you enter them or get near them. So that seems like that's sort of unnecessary then. Yeah, I don't have any additional fuel left anymore. Okay, here's another research, or is it the same one? It's the same one I already found. Hang on, let me touch down for a second. Oh, jeez. Before I leave here... No, okay. So I won't need... Ooh, that's gonna be the... Actually, that's gonna be the really hard part, is you have to have spice-infused plastanium dust. So I guess that means I have to come out here and do some labs and shit. probably means coming out in a group. That seemed a little rough. Okay. Now, I fully don't expect to be able to actually process any of the stuff I brought back. Stravidium fiber. Okay, so I have to have something that can make stravidium fiber. Which, Jesus, I still have so much aetherite crystals. Holy crap. Make all the cobalt paste. Okay, so how do you make Dravidium fiber. I mean, I would assume that I might need one of the advanced things, but like... if that was the case, it seems like you wouldn't be able to really progress unless you could manually farm. Yeah. Chemically, need a medium chemical refinery, which... oh, okay. Do I have? I do. I don't have spice melange, though. And to produce it, I need plastanium. Presumably. No, spice refinery. I need more silicone. Not much, though. So... I don't have time to do it tonight, but I guess the next thing I need then is more flower sand. Because then I have like 1,000 spice sand, which I'm assuming won't actually go very far. Yeah. But I can start processing that once I have refinery. Yeah. So I don't even need that much, to be honest. How are we doing on water? Because it's generating water. Okay, it's not even close to circuit capacity, meaning it probably won't be full by tomorrow. Could be, probably won't be. Am I... I would have to get more silicone if I do this, but it would give me more water capacity, which I also kind of need. I think it'll be all right. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to plan to continue that. Get flower sand tomorrow. Because that's gonna take a while. It's pretty far to the nearest, like, safe, reliable location. I mean, it's not that far by Thopter, but it's far enough. It's an interesting, colorful bunch out there in the deep desert. But they don't seem terribly hostile as long as you, I don't know, mind your own business. It also doesn't seem like there's a lot of them. So it seems like if we rolled out in a group, we would probably be alright. Seems like they come across as the kind of people that would only pick on like individuals. And even then only if you were like just actively in the PvP zone. Or getting in their way in some way. Let's see. Alright, I think what I'm going to do, keep it consistent based on who I see as online. I'm going to raid, it's a larger streamer, but they're playing, they're not huge, and they're playing Dune, so I do like watching them. So I'll raid out to them, and then I'll be calling it a night from there. And I will be back on Thursday. Might go back to development stuff. I really need to. So, have a good night.